Hello, everyone. Oh god, scene transitions are hard. Hello. We're back. So many tabs, so many things open, so many buttons to press.
All the things.
Alright, so I think we're ready to jump into actually playing this game as as differentiated by our current situation of having just made characters for it.
Yes. Now that you have the characters, you can play the game.
Hell yeah.
Good
Alright.
luck, everybody. I'll see you later. No.
Don't
Um.
even start with me.
Sure. So it's just another day in Duskfall. What do you got here? I will. Yes. I'm consulting my notes. So the Lampblacks do not like you very much. They have kind of roughed you up a little bit. And they brought you to the office of their leader, Basho Baz. He's got a cramped little office in this like kind of warehouse. It's a coal warehouse, and his office is overlooking the rest of it. You can see the floor, and he's kind of a big guy. He's an Akarosi. I imagine he's about like 6'2" or so. You notice that there's some like bottles of whiskey up on the wall behind his desk, and it's actually kind of a small desk, so he looks a little ridiculous sitting at it, but he looks intimidating at the same time. There's a couple other people in this room. There are a couple of his goons that have brought you here, and they're all looking at you, sizing you up. Basso wants your answer. Are you with them or are you against them? It's like this is a chance to make up for past issues. What do you say? Will you side with the Lampblacks? Will you just pretend to? Good luck. Basso is very sharp. Or we tell him to fuck off. Are you actually here to kill him for the red sashes? How are we feeling about the Lampblacks? Obviously, they don't like you that much. You know, a little bit of enmity.
No. We're professionals, okay? So when there's a job, we just do the job. It's not personal. So if they want us to do some work,
Well,
right, we should be able to put that aside.
I can't help but feel in the past some of the work you've done has been a little personal. He looks at you from across his desk, Croak.
I mean, it involved bodies. It can't get more personal than that, I suppose. But look, it's just a matter of where the coin is. That's where I go, just like the rest of us out here in the land of the dead.
Good. That's what I like to hear. The glasses. He takes some whiskey off his shelf and he puts 3 glasses on the table. Well, in addition to his own, he pours some. And he says, "Good, because I have a job for you." And he says, "Just as a show of good faith, you know the situation here in the district. You've been here. I know you're trying to make a bit of a name for yourselves. You've been a little bit of a thorn in our side, but you do this. Maybe we call it square. Red sashes have been bothering us. We want you to break in and take their war treasury. If we get some of their money, they can't hire people to fight against my people."
I'm sort of side-eyeing Croak, who's been doing all the talking up until this point.
And I'm sure the plan wasn't that I do the talking.
Yes, like side-eyeing him like, what the hell, man? You know, like,
Yeah, so do either of you have opinions about Croak just being like, oh, yeah. Do you want to step in?
Rubik's kind of like
Yeah, Rubik's.
looks at his amphibian like comrade. And
So,
he kind of
Interesting you should say that. How do you feel about, the Taikarosi Rubik's?
not particularly friendly with anything that's demon tainted, really. I mean,
That's
that's
you
rough.
can't really trust them. Can
I'm an
you?
Eruvian too, and we're like devils rule our society.
This is one of those like keep your enemies closer.
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, they've proven themselves to be useful, but in all actuality, I'm not going to trust one with my life. But it's great that they trust
Okay.
me with theirs.
Well, Croak is currently talking up Basso
Yeah.
with potentially your life on the line. So, what do you do?
Well, he hasn't said anything wrong yet, so Rubik's is still kind of assessing the situation.
Can I study Bajo and like see how serious he is? Because they don't like us, so it may be that they're trying to set us up. Like, can I read his intentions somehow, or something like that?
That's a good question. I'm sure you can. Give me just a moment.
Like, why would they come to us and tell us to go against the people that they know that I've done stuff for before? Seems weird to me.
Yeah, you can kind of get an idea of the situation. To basically like read a situation is typically survey.
Oh,
Is
it's
what you-
survey. Oh, I don't
Study
have...
is when you scrutinize a bunch of individual details and try to put together a picture, whereas survey is more like
But like a
get
specific
it.
person though. Like I'm like him only.
Yeah, it's not about everything broadly.
It's not about the
just-
room. It's not about how the room feels. It's about how Basho is.
Sure. Well, what we can do is yeah. So if you want to scrutinize Basso, we can do that.
All right, cool.
You're in a controlled situation right now, I feel, because you're just sitting there.
Okay.
And you're talking back and forth, and you'll have a regular effect. So
Standard
give
effect.
me
All right. So no bonus dice. 4.
4 is all right. 1 sec.
Yep. Just getting in the swing of rolling dice.
Well, one of them.
Well, it's the only dice. It's the only die I have in this situation. If we were sneaking past Basho, I'd be way better.
Crap, I thought I had that sheet readily.
Also, I'm sorry, chat. I forgot to unmute myself at the beginning of this segment, so I was entirely muted to chat, but not to you guys for like a good 5 minutes.
Production value.
I'm the best.
So in a controlled situation on a 4, you hesitate, withdraw and try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence. A minor complication occurs. You have reduced effect. You suffer lesser harm, or you end up in a risky position.
Can I just choose to like end it there? Like I hesitate and that's it?
You're like, he meets your eyes.
Okay, so we have like this moment where he knows I'm studying him, and
Yeah,
and
like
and I immediately like drop my eyes to like the desk,
Okay.
like we lock eyes, and I drop my eyes to the desk, like looking at one of the empty glasses or full glasses if he's been pouring out,
Okay. Yeah. And he's like, you look like you could use a drink. He motions.
I look to my comrades like, are we taking a deal here? In my gaze.
So Rubik's, he's been silent for the most part since being roughed up and dragged into here, and apparently just not in a good mood right now. But kind of smiles and plays with the rim of the wine glass in front of him,
Mhm.
and he goes, "So, I'm curious. Why us? I mean, sure we are intimate with each other's dealings in the past, but it seems odd to me that you want us specifically to do it. And I kind of want to roll a sway to see if I can get this information out of him.
Sure.
Cool.
This is a little more of a risky position, but with standard effects. So go ahead and give me a sway roll.
Okay, and that's just a D6 plus my
no,
sway.
just
Go to your
on your
sheet.
on your character sheet, just click on sway.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
we'll get the cool little graphic.
And you said risky?
Yeah.
Effect is what?
Standard.
Standard.
Cool. And no
And,
bonus die.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
Now our deal is gonna be terrible.
oh man.
You're blocked, or no, this is risky. Ooh.
Yeah.
Things go badly, you suffer harm, a complication occurs, or you end up in a desperate position. You lose this opportunity for action. So yeah, you're asking why us?
Yeah.
And
Pulls out a gun.
let's see what we can do. Hold on.
Oh, we're starting the clocks already.
Yeah, we're starting the clocks already. And he comes over, he stands up. And he comes over and he puts his hand on your shoulder. And he says, well, you caused us trouble in the past, but you do good work. There's something to be said about good work in this town. But at the same time, he says, I can't just let people who spit in our face do whatever they want.
Sure, we'll do the job.
You do this, or else. And we're gonna start a clock called Bosso Boz Makes an Example of You.
Yay.
Oh. Now we are going to fill that clock. Only for now.
I don't see it, but that's okay. The
Oh.
clock is all yours.
Yay.
Oh, can you not see this sheet?
Oh, I can.
Oh, I see it. I see it. I
Yeah,
see it.
it's on the screen. Sorry, those of you at home will
I
work
can,
on
yeah, I will
getting
work
you
on
the game.
getting stuff. Okay, so we've got 1 out of 4 segments of the Basho Boss makes an example of you clock.
Yeah, so he picks up the glass and he puts it in your hand. And then he picks up the glass for himself. And he's like, well, shall we drink on it?
I'm emphatically nodding to you.
Yep. He looks at the glass for a moment. And, yes, I believe we do.
Okay. So you all drink, and then you have some time to go back and plan. So
Anybody else feeling like maybe agreeing that this was a bad plan? I say as we're leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're muted, Andrew.
yeah.
Well, shit, my roleplay is lost forever. It's gone.
Oh no!
Re-role play.
There's no getting through in this business without making enemies. Best thing we can do is stay one step ahead of him.
So what are you thinking? Piss these guys off more, or go and piss off the guys we're already friends with?
I mean, they're your friends, not mine.
I mean, what's mine is yours, and what's yours is... never mind.
If we do it
Making the
quietly
red-
enough and no one knows it's us, then no one will come looking. No one will
True.
You can try and run a quiet job. You don't get any rep for it, but you also don't like lose any status.
You kind of think, or Rubik kind of stops for a moment and goes, you know, making the red sashes or slashes more mad isn't any skin off my back, but we can do this quietly and level our debt with our friends here.
It is the sashes, and these are the lampblacks.
Yep.
And they are not currently your friends.
Not currently our friends. So, right. Does anybody know anything about where we might be going to figure out this entire operation?
Well, so
Yeah.
what do you want to do? The way you run an operation, if you in fact want to go after the red sashes, you could go do something else if you wish.
Just like, cool, yeah, Basha, we'll do this job for you, and then we just steal all of his shit.
Yeah.
You just come back and take it all. Yeah.
Thanks for showing us around. We're your whiskey collection now.
Well, you know what's really cool about war chests? Is that they come in boxes. You know what else you can put in boxes?
Bodies.
Explosives.
Oh, okay.
Explosives.
Yeah,
Yes.
like we can just double cross Basho Baz if we want to be friends with.
Hell yeah, but if we're gonna do that, we should talk to the leader of the Red Sashes.
Here's the question. Are you already double crossing Basha Baz?
Maybe this is already the plan. Right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think we should be. I think we should already be double crossing Basho.
Okay, so here we go. Planning. Your crew spends time planning each score. They huddle around a flickering lantern in their lair, looking at scrawled maps, whispering plots and schemes, bickering about the best approach, lamenting the dangers ahead, and lusting after sacks of coin. But you, the players, don't have to do all the nitty-gritty planning. The characters take care of that off screen. All you have to do is choose what type of plan the characters have already made. That's right, the planning phase is over as soon as you start it. There's no need to sweat all the little details and try to cover every eventuality ahead of time, because the engagement roll ultimately determines what troubles appear when the plan is put into motion. No plan is ever perfect. You can't account for anything or everything. There are 6 different plans, each with a missing detail you need to provide. To plan an operation, simply choose the plan and supply the detail. The GM will then cut to the action as the first moments of the operation unfold. So the potential plans are assault, do violence to a target. You have to detail the point of attack. Deception, which is to lure, trick, or manipulate. The detail is the method of deception. Stealth, trespass unseen where you're not wanted. You need the point of entry for the infiltration. Occult is confront or exploit a supernatural power. Probably not relevant here, but you have to detail the arcane power you will employ. Social, negotiate, bargain, or persuade. Detail the social connection you're using. Or transport, move something from place to place, and you detail the pick up and drop off locations in your route.
So the stealth option seems like the one that makes the
Yes.
most sense to me.
Stealth deception is also like
I humbly put forward that this is actually deception, because we
Yeah.
don't even need to steal the stuff from the Red Sashes. They're going to be like, yeah, here are the boxes that our gold used to be in. Fill it with bombs, take it to Basho. That's the real job.
Yeah,
right?
no, I agree. Yeah.
So I'm thinking social or deception. Like, we need to be social with the red sashes or slashes.
It's
Well,
it's
if
sashes.
your plan is already
It's-
to work with them to betray, like in that case, like you're just working for them already.
Yeah, they're already in on it.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
the
don't-
red sashes are just like, hey,
So-
you're
so-
our friends, kind of.
So the deception is that we made the deal with Basho,
Yep.
basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the method would be as stated: bring boxes full of explosives back.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. The engagement roll. To determine the starting situation for the score, make an engagement roll. Their PC is smoothly in control or have things not started well. The engagement roll is a fortune roll using the vulnerability of the target as the trait for the roll. The more vulnerable the target, the more dice you roll. We can compare the detail of the PC's plan and against the awareness and readiness of the target versus that type of plan. Also consider the difference in tiers. Okay, so they're not well prepared for this. They thought they had you in their clutches.
And they're busy fighting a war with the.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're occupied, so they are ill prepared, which gives you 4 dice, but they are 2 tiers above you, so
Yeah, we need all the help we can get.
So someone is going to need to give me a fortune roll. Any of you can do it. It just basically involves rolling 3 6-sided dice. I think you can click on your sheet. There's like a fortune roll space. So
There?
among you who
I'm
wishes to
looking
do
for
that.
it right now.
Is there anything that we can do to get more dice for the engagement roll?
That's a good question.
Well, you can do flashbacks to have gathered information on the situation.
Can I have done some kind of like sit and survey type thing?
Yeah, so the rules don't distinguish between actions performed in the present and the past, so you can do a flashback and we just kind of cut back to that moment. in
Oh,
time.
okay, I got you. Yeah.
You make your
Perfect.
roll like normal, and then at the end of it, you take stress based on how like likely it is that you did that sort of thing. 0 stress for something that's normal, you had easy chance to do it. 1 stress for something that's complicated or unlikely, and 2 for something that was like, as it turns out, we already had a bomb beneath Basho's desk, or something like ridiculous like this.
Like, oh yeah, they have a demon with them that we didn't know about. Well, I was just happened to bring my, demon killing jar today.
My jar of demon destruction.
So,
Okay.
what did you want to do, Cricket?
I was thinking like I want to be outside the Lampblack's place, trying to determine who would be the stupidest guard who would like fall for just like, yeah, we've come back with the loot. Like watching people come and go and paying attention to who's gonna be the easiest to dupe.
Also,
Okay.
I have a question,
Sure.
if I can derail slightly, but I think it's relevant.
Yeah.
So, like, our goal is to bring back explosives instead of money, and then to what end? What are we trying to blow up?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Right? Are we trying to like assassinate Basho by blowing it up when we're like, here's the money, or is it like we just need to wreck his?
I think we want to
Warehouse.
wreck it. I think we want to wreck their treasury, right? Like we want to do as much damage to their money as possible.
Yeah, essentially what the plan isn't to full out kill the organization because that's not feasible. But blowing up their weapon storage or their own treasury, yeah, absolutely we want to do that because they can make an example out of us, but we have our own agenda.
They're gonna have a hard time making an example of us when they're totally wrecked by the red sashes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah. So if we blow up their money, I think that's the best course of action.
So maybe what you're checking out is actually like the place where they keep their money, whatever that is. We're like trying to figure out where that is.
Trying to figure out where their cash goes.
Oh,
Okay.
I think I have blueprints for that actually.
Do you? Okay, well, since we're on a job, you will all need to decide your load.
Light.
Yeah, so
And we essentially add 2 to all of these numbers. So light for us is 5.
Yeah.
as long as those other 2 are like gear
Thieves
tools.
gear. Yeah.
I feel like this is a job where I don't need to be light. I'm actually going to go normal because most of it's going to happen with people who know that we're scoundrels, but who assume that we're doing scoundrel stuff on someone else.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
That's
I'm fine with
fair.
being a
I'm-
little more exposed.
I'm gonna stay light though. I think because I
Also,
might have to run up a wall.
Making an explosion that does this job is going to be on me. So
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to need lots of toys for this one.
Yeah, that's fair. So with a normal load, you have 5 slots of inventory, plus your 2.
Plus 2.
Cool.
That I
Awesome.
do.
Oh, wait.
So you want to like case the place, basic, or like figure out where they're keeping.
Figure
their
out where
money?
they're keeping their money. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds like a study roll.
Alrighty.
You're gonna like do a little bit of research and.
Does anybody want to give me some help on this or something? I only
So,
got one.
so the
study.
way it works is you can add a die to your roll by taking a devil's bargain. Either I or some other player can offer up a situation that will happen regardless of whatever you roll.
Yeah.
And if you accept that, you take 1 die. Or in lieu of that, you can
You can
take
take 2 stress. Yeah.
and it's on yourself, and you can push yourself to do better and add 1 die. Another option is another character, and I think also like in tandem to those two, another character can assist you by spending 1 stress and giving you an additional die.
I would posit that perhaps our friend the spider might help me with some preparation.
Yeah, I got some foresight to give you.
So what do you do to like help me find these things?
So what I help or do is that I kind of talk to my web of friends, and they've had various dealings with different guards around there, and maybe even helped Basho hire a few. So I'm giving you some leads on who is the dumbest guard out there. Like, who's more willing to fall for our tricks and not question us?
All right.
They're not even dumbest, but like most pliable.
Yeah.
Not even that. Maybe someone who's already in shit with Bosso.
Yeah,
Be
exactly.
like,
Like someone
yeah,
who
you don't
is
want to make
down
him
to
mad.
betray him.
Yep.
All right. So that gives me a bonus die. But what kind of position am I in for this study roll?
So if you're just trying to find the location,
I'm basically just like searching
Looking
for
for
where they're
stuff.
putting their money. Yeah.
yeah, you're in a controlled situation, so with
Okey-dokey.
standard effect.
Standard with a bonus die.
And so you said you were basically, or wait, were you talking to somebody?
No,
You were
I was like
something?
overlooking, so to
Okay.
speak,
Yeah.
and like watching where they bring things and so forth. So this would have been like a little bit before we went to
Okay.
talk to Basho.
So 5-4. 5's pretty okay, I think.
5 and 4 are the same, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
1 moment. In a controlled situation, you hesitate, withdraw, and try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence. A minor complication occurs, you have reduced effect, you suffer lesser harm, or you end up in a risky position.
all right, so I want to do it. So what can you throw at me for consequence?
Yeah, so the thing I'm thinking is that you kind of have the place narrowed down, but somebody's going to have to go, like, you have it, like, narrowed down.
I
to-
haven't seen inside, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, so you kind of know where it's at, but you don't know, like, you don't have enough details to really formulate, like, a good plan.
All right, cool. So it's like it's in there, but where I don't know.
Yeah, so it's kept like I mean, it's still in their territory, but it's kept like a couple blocks away because they're not just going to keep it in the coal warehouse where they do all their business out of. They keep it, kind of on the down low. But yeah, so we're gonna jump back to the present. I think that's something you could have easily done, so I don't think that's any stress for you right now. And yeah, we're gonna make that engagement roll now to figure out.
Our
So-
position. So
Yeah,
we
your method of deception is basically like load a box with some explosives, convince him to take it into their treasury, and blow them. Right?
Yes, I believe so.
If
Simplified, yes.
I assume that we're going to go in with the stuff or try to because we need to like set this up in a way
Yeah.
that it would be the most destructive.
Yeah, we're definitely
Um,
gonna try.
yeah,
Also, I want to make a note right now that we're not just bringing in boxes filled with explosives.
right.
These are things that have like a fake floor to it, so it looks like a full.
There's like a layer
Box
of
of
money
money.
on
on
top.
top of it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
So I can't find the fortune roll on the sheet.
Okay.
I know where it is. I
Okay.
can roll it.
So are
And how
we-
many am I rolling?
You're rolling 3d6.
Okay, so roll this 3 times. Or notes.
No.
Roll fortune with 3 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Oh, what was it?
the 6.
This is
So
6.
good.
Okay. That's pretty all right.
655, yeah.
Call that a win.
Good outcome. The PCs exploit the opportunity established by the detail. There are no sudden surprises as the action begins. So yeah, you've brought this money back to Basso Boz, and he's looks very pleased. This is a little while later. I mean, how long did you take to do this?
I'd say
Maybe a
like
day or
2
two.
weeks.
Yeah, like there's quite a bit of time
Yeah.
so that it
Oh.
seems like we're working hard on doing this thing.
Mm-hmm,
We don't just show up with the money the next day like, yeah, it was no problem.
Yo, we got
You're like,
it.
yeah, bada bing, bada boom, it's done.
Maybe you injured yourself fakely.
Probably even put like fake information out there, like, hey, my contact here, you should let them know that there was something going down here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like-
we went and actually like cased the Red Sash's place so that we would be seen doing it and all that kind of.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm. I like it. So yeah, you did a bunch of stuff, and it's like 2 weeks later, like you said, and it's like very good, very good. I think we could take this from here. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to sway him again.
To do what are you going to do?
Yeah, the
What
way
do you-
the way that
I-
it generally works is like you do something and then you call for the roll. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
so
Yes.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. We really want to bury the hatchet with you guys and make things truly better. Let us handle this for you. There's no need to waste your manpower on such a lowly job. More suited for us.
Okay. So before you make this roll,
Okay.
I'll give you a die, an extra die.
Oh,
But in order to do so, basically you'll be traveling, or you'll be like next to Basso Boz, like directly next to him as he's like moved over to you and is like, I was like, I agree to this. He's like coming over to like shake your hand, and he's like offering to have you travel with him in a
Yeah,
sense.
like we're gonna all go with the money together.
Yeah, but you specifically will be like closer.
okay.
So if you want to accept it, you don't have to.
Can I
Completely
throw
critical.
an assist his way on the sway by just being in the background going like
If you want to take one stress, yeah, and look like really happy about it. Sure.
I think it's too stressed to help. So.
No, it's one.
I think
It's
with
two
this,
to
I
push
should-
yourself. It's one to help
Oh,
someone.
okay. All right.
That's the trade-off.
I think I should be good with
So
the
so,
bonus
so
die.
you've got 3 die.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 die.
Then roll with one bonus die your sway.
Okay.
Oh wait, so am I taking that stress or not?
Yeah,
Yes.
you take that stress out, whatever.
And controlled situation. risk.
You're still in a pretty controlled situation. I mean, you've got these boxes of money.
I mean, yeah, we're putting up a good
Um,
front here.
and you know what? We'll say this has great effect. Enjoy these early moments where everything goes in your direction.
Being so nice.
Yeah, you
am.
really are.
Now watch me roll 3 ones. Are you ready?
I've
Go.
seen
I'm
it
ready.
happen.
5s?
Oh,
One.
5, 5, 1. Okay, so you're in a controlled situation.
Minor consequence.
Yeah, minor consequence. Let's see what happens.
You're uncomfortably close to Basho. He gives you a hug.
I can just like smell the whiskey on him,
Yeah.
and it just makes me really want some dream smoke right now.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, let's say that happens. Let's just say you have kind of you suffer lesser harm. So take a level 1 harm cravings.
Okay.
And that gives you minuses to something, doesn't it? Having harm?
Yeah, so harm can be mental or physical. Let me look
Level
at-
1 harm reduces your effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so in the future you will have less effect for situations where like the harm matters.
Yeah. All right. Level 1 harm cravings, but we're on our way.
Yep.
Yeah.
With great effect.
Yeah.
Great effect. Yeah, so you get there at like a pretty decent clip. And
I can roll to resist that.
oh yeah, so I'm sorry. Yeah, you could roll to
Absolutely.
resist that. How do you resist that? That seems like an act of like mental
Resolve.
Yeah.
resolve.
That's a resolve. Can I? Well, not
No, you just have to click resolve. Your
Oh.
mental stats are one resist, your physical the next. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay. Yep, I got you.
there you go.
Boom. It's not a problem.
Yeah,
Is-
so
Is not
the
a
way,
thing.
the way the resolve works is, you suffer 6 stress minus the highest die result. So you kind of feel a craving coming on, but you're like, I'm a professional. um,
So is that you don't take the harm then?
yeah, and well, in this case, because it's just you suffer like reduced harm, and in this case, I'm just gonna say you kind of fight back and say nothing happens.
Cool.
Just bite on my lip really hard.
Yeah, so
Really use a drink right now.
So yeah, you bring it in, and he's like, "Well, let's find a place for it. Where can we put this?" And so they lead you inside, and it's this. You actually go up like some stairs. The Crow's Foot is like a multi-tiered place. There's like bridges between like buildings and walkways that are built above the road themselves, and so the Lamp Blacks have like this place, and there's some like there's working street lights, not the electric ones, but they have like actual lit street lights in marking off this section of their territory.
Just in the Lamp Black's territory, right?
Just in the Lamp Blacks territory there. I mean, there are like electric ones because they're all over the place, but that's how, this is ours.
Yeah.
And they take you in. There's a woman there. She's standing guard, and she sees Basso, and there's about 3 other people with you as well, because she's not traveling. It's not like we're best friends now. I'll just go unguarded. So she nods, and he nods to her, and she pulls out these keys and unlocks this big door, and you go inside this building, and it's like it's a small building with like cells, and you see there's like money in there. There's a fair amount of money. The Lamp Blacks are, they're not like swimming in Scrooge's money bin worth of wealth, but they're doing okay for themselves. And they're like, well, why don't you just go set it down over there, and we'll have some drinks to celebrate.
Yeah. Oh, as he says that, actually, I'm gonna pull out my fine bottle of whiskey
Okay.
and
There's a
kind of
fine
give it.
bottle of whiskey.
Pardon?
I was just like, there is a fine bottle of whiskey on the
There-
list.
There sure is. So, kind of give him I give him the fine bottle of whiskey, and I go, I really do hope that after this we can get along.
And so you're starting the drinking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine Croak and I have like these boxes. Like,
And so
Oh, yeah.
yeah, well, you're the diversion at this point, and I'm just like, okay, we're gonna put like there's a structural beam there. We're gonna put
Yep.
this one here.
yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. Putting your stuff is gonna be risky. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you do a setup roll, and this I'm gonna let Rubik's. Let me go look up setup rolls real quick, because this
Yeah,
is
so Rubik's play is gonna help mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, I was even going to say, you know what? This is all part of our plan right now. This is
Oh, yeah.
exactly
yeah,
what
this
we
is-
The
want
plan
to
is
happen.
currently going really well.
We're
so-
super professional. This hasn't needed my expertise at all because nothing's gone wrong yet.
When you perform a setup action, you have an indirect effect on an obstacle. If your action has its intended result, any member of the team who follows through gets +1 effect level or improved position for their roll.
Cool.
Benefit based on the nature of your setup action. So yeah, you're basically busting out this bottle of whiskey, and you're giving it to Basso. And
Yeah, like I have like my arm around his shoulder. I'm just like, look.
Yeah, all the Lamp Blacks.
yeah.
Yeah.
You are in a controlled position still. You are definitely exploiting advantages. And this will be standard effect.
Cool. And I'm not sure what I'm rolling.
So you are going to roll. This sounds like sway. So you're
Yeah.
just going to roll a sway roll for me.
Okay.
Fingers fucking crossed.
So I'm in the controlled and just regular sway, no additional effects or anything.
Yeah,
And effect is still standard, or is it great?
It's what do I want it to be? I think standard, like let's do great. Bosso loves him some whiskey, so
Okay. Yeah. All right. And
4? I mean, it's as good as a 5.
There's a complication, but
yeah,
at least
there's-
our effect is great.
Maybe like one of my suggestion would be like maybe one of the lamp blacks is like with us instead of like over there, and that makes it more complicated for us.
Yeah, well, what happens is one of the there's a woman with him, and her name is Camelin.
Camelin.
Yeah, Camelin, and she's just like, no thanks, I don't drink. So she's not
Shit.
kind of has a bit of an eye on you. So we're gonna make this a complication.
Man, people must make fun of her in this organization.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she kicks some butt, so.
Yeah, she clearly is a badass, or would not be able to get away with
She
not
can
drinking.
she
in
can
Baja.
refuse drink, therefore must be badass.
Yeah.
Yes, so she is a complication, and I'm adding her to the clocks. And
And there's a Camelin clock now. Another 4-section clock.
Is no problem.
yeah,
No, we got this. We got this.
yeah. So you're gonna actually have to kind of slip past her attention first. That's the complication, but you will get. You are in a better position to do so. What are you giving to their role? Are you giving them increased effect, Rubik's, or are you giving them a better position?
that, what do you guys
I
want?
think in this case,
Because-
with Alan watching, it's just going to be like an increased effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the time we need to put everything in the right place to just bring this whole building down. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay.
Heck yeah. All right, so we got additional effects. So
Yeah.
I guess this is up to you for the tinker, right?
this is
Um,
wrecking, I assume.
Is it wrecking? It could. Yeah, I guess it is probably wrecking.
Well, I think you're going to have to find. Well, let me see.
I think you can make an argument for tinker as well if it's better.
Actually, here's what we're going to do, because this is going to be a little bit of an involved procedure. So I'm going to start a 6-count clock, and it's going to be called.
Bombs.
Yeah,
Bombs away.
that's a good name for it.
We're the bomb and about to blow up.
All your base are belong to us.
Bombs away, and then shape.
Alrighty.
Actually, you don't get a spot yet. You have to actually do something. So yes, basically, in order to overcome an obstacle that has multiple parts, you can approach it in different ways. And Camelin is a part of that. So I'll say if you like clear her clock, like if you take care of her, that will have an effect on bombs away for sure.
Okay.
But you don't have to take care of her first. You can just do this without dealing with her. Yeah, so what do you want to do? You're going to need to find a place to put this, like that, where it's of most impact. So I think that's going to be, if somebody wants to do that, that's going to be a survey.
I mean, I don't have any dice in that, but I'm gonna roll it.
Neither do I, so it's up to you. Yeah.
Okay.
You take the lowest of 2 when you.
Well, you roll 2 dice and you take the lowest. You could also push yourself. You can give yourself 2 stress and then you get 1 die.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a devil's bargain for me here.
Actually, could I have the foresight because I know the blueprints to this area and give them a die that
Seen
way?
the recent building blueprints. Yeah.
That's a good plan. Yeah. So okay, you get your die with the foresight. So that's your second use of that, right?
That sure is.
Okay. So yes, you have 1 die. You could also push yourself or take a devil's bargain. What could happen here?
I mean, I was planning to maybe sneak up on our friend Camelin and like drag her off a little bit, like give her a little caution on the head or something, and just like move her out of the way. if there's nobody sort of watching, video game style. But maybe that's not gonna work. I don't know. I don't know what the devil's bargain could be, but I could complicate that.
Yeah,
in
like
some
maybe
way.
one of the spots where I'm like, oh, and it would be just perfect if we could put it there, and it's like right next to Camelin.
Yeah.
Like she's leaning on this like.
So like I may have to do that. Like.
Yeah. Well, if you want to, what can we do?
I mean, we
No.
don't have to
Because
do that.
she's only paying like minimal attention to you, so it'd be risky. But I'd say that you could, like, everybody else is distracted currently by Rubik's. So if you could take her out quietly, if you had like a sap or something, you
Yeah.
could just whack her in the back of the head.
That's the plan.
Drag her in a room. So yeah, risky but great effect if you manage.
Okay,
it.
so the devil's bargain to get 2 dice for the survey is that Camlin is near one of the spots we need. Yes?
yes.
Or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do this. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's
so
do
we'll
this.
do the survey first. And I'm getting and
2
I
bonus
can
dice.
either push myself or take a devil's bargain, but
or
not both.
take a devil's bargain, not both.
Okay, and so I'm rolling 2 dice, and my position is controlled still.
You are controlled, and you will have standard effect.
Standard bonus dice 2.
Hell yeah!
6.
We do it.
Woo!
6 is good.
You do it.
I think there's just no complications there. So standard effect means we fill in 2 dots on the clock.
So yeah, like
Bombs away.
Croak is just like I'm doing it surreptitiously.
Mhm.
We have this like pile of boxes, and so it's like I go to get one, and then I like turn around with it, and I'm just like, ah yes, and I find a spot for it. I'm like, oh yes, this can go here. There's room here, and it's
Yeah.
just right next to the beam, or like I'm just kind of putting them around the room.
Sure.
So I feel like for this devil's bargain complication, probably you meet my eye like on one of them.
Yeah,
And
on
I
my way
just, like-
back towards the pile of boxes, I just look at her very pointedly,
And I
then
just
look
I
at
just
mine.
like surreptitiously like slip behind, like back around behind her sort of thing, like walk towards the group of drinking people, and then just like like slip across the other way.
Okay.
And I have a plan of how to help.
Oh, lovely.
What is your plan to help?
So as Cricket is setting up on her, I'm like walking by with a box, and I start to like I've got like something caught in my throat, and I walk right past her and just cough, and there's this mist of poison,
Okay.
and so I'm just like, and just like right at the right moment.
If you want to do that, you could just take a stress and give a die.
And give me a die.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right, so I'm gonna prowl up upon I'm gonna prowl up on her and give her a little
So-
over the head
so
with
you get
the
plus
sap.
1 from Croak there helping you out.
And in fact, I think you don't even need to like blackjack her, because she just has this feeling of drowning and like can't.
So I
expel
just need
Oh,
to
just
sort
drag
of
her off.
so I just need to sort of her back. Yeah.
Yeah, so
All
this
right.
is going to be a prowl roll. It's risky, but you'll have great effect.
All right, cool. Let's rock and roll.
Roll.
You should push yourself on this one, in my opinion.
You think?
If we fuck this up, it's so
It's going to be bad.
Okay, I'll push myself. I'll
So
take 2
bad.
stress. Man, I'm so stressed. I've already got 3
Or-
stress.
Or
Devil's
you can
bargain.
inhale some of that mist.
I could inhale some of that mist. Oh, and take like what? 1 harm, like dizzy.
Yeah. You, like, get a
so
whiff of it.
just to be clear on what it does, drown powder, a fine dust which catches the breath and gives a sensation of drowning, incapacitating, but fatal only in very high doses.
Yeah. So you would just basically like, because you're not getting like the full effect of it, you just like catch a little whiff of it. And you don't have to. This is just my devil's bargain.
You basically get like an asthma attack here.
I'll take that devil's bargain for one harm dizzy.
Is that what it is? Is it harm
yeah.
or?
Yeah, it'd be a
And
level
then
harm.
I can try and resist that harm, right?
You could.
Like
Um,
like Because I have pretty good.
Or you could just take the 2 stress and give yourself a thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you know what?
so-
Screw it. We're just doing too stressed. This is too much. I'm too stressed out already. We're just gonna take
We're
the stress.
professionals here. It's
We're just gonna
fine.
take the stress and I'm gonna rock and roll. Here we go. Bow! Critical!
Ow!
So,
Yeah!
Suck my sweet ass, prowl!
so yeah, you have a critical effect, which is going to completely fail Cameron's clock. As you drag her off.
So
into-
you walk by her, you cough, and this powder sort of comes out, and as soon as she goes, the next breath as she goes, like, I grab her by the throat and mouth and just like pull her back over the sort of beam where she was, and she's just gone. There's no sound of her like hitting the ground or anything. She just like
He's, like, behind
disappears.
some
Yeah.
trinkets and bubbles, some
She's
pile of
100% disappears. Yeah, and I just just until she's quiet, like I wait
Yeah.
there.
So
Yeah,
yeah, she goes quick. It's just like, oh, and she's out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna take care of her, and then we're gonna fill. You know what? I mean, at this point, with the critical and filling Cameron's,
I
clock,
still need to make the rec roll for like
Yeah.
destroying the building.
you
though,
do.
right?
Yeah. So yeah, we got one spot.
Yeah, we're
Um,
doing so good, guys.
So you made these explosives, and this would have been done in the
Yeah, I think we need to do a flashback.
Flashback to the yeah.
Craft.
And yeah,
Um,
I don't think it might. Well, it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be stressed because you had opportunity. You had plenty of time and opportunities.
Yeah.
as part of your plan. So yeah, it's just in the past. You're making.
I need to like tinker up.
Yeah, you need to tinker me up some bombs.
Yeah. And so I'm imagining these as being like a 2-part explosive thing where there's some like glass vials of this like, whatever, and
Yeah.
then there's a little like electrode between them.
Yeah.
As soon as that sparks it like runs the 2 liquids together, and then
Does like a coin fall down from the chest and like complete the circuit or something?
I mean, I think Croak enjoys that kind of little like touch. Like no one is ever going to see it. No one's going to know it's there but me. But yeah, it's like a little
They know.
copper coin, which I don't know what the silver ones I know are eels. Maybe they call the copper ones like minnows or
I
something.
think it's I don't have that info on me.
But anyways, there's one of those, and it just like gets jammed in and like breaks the glass and allows the 2 fluids to mix, and then also acts as the like conduit for the spark that starts them.
That's awesome.
Sure.
And I just like I fuss over every little detail with these things, and they're just so.
Yeah. So give me. I don't think we need to worry so much about effects. We'll just say standard. The
I think actually
control roll.
before we make the roll for our explosives creation, perhaps we could take our second break and return to see if this bomb is actually as effective as we've set it up to be, or if this is
As we
going to
hope
be.
it will be.
Or if
Make
this
that
is
roll and then go to break.
okay. Yeah, let's make the
Yeah.
roll and then
Make
go
the
to
roll.
break. Yeah.
Oh, cliffhangers.
Did I fuck up making the bomb? Let's see. So I'm rolling tinker. Do any of my tools and stuff help me out here?
Do you have fine tinker
I have
tools?
fine tinkering tools, and I
That's
brought
going
them
to
with
give
me. So
you-
there's like some setup with the bombs where I have to like prime them and make the like ignition things and whatnot. So there's some of the stuff that happens on site as well.
Okay, help me out, chat. I'm looking for it. But fine is +1 to something. Is it effect?
I think it's
Oh.
effect.
They did just say
They
plus
did
1
talk
effect.
about it's effect. It's
Okay.
effect.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Then we're going to do that. And yeah, so you're fine tools, and you're in a controlled situation with great effect.
And yeah, because like my understanding of the rules is because we are dealing with a 2-tier higher enemy, I need to worry about having effect.
Yeah.
'Cause, like they're
That's true.
building
Yeah, I need to keep that in mind.
well
too.
built and all this kind of
As
stuff,
well.
right?
Right.
So
right.
it's important that this bomb be very explosive.
It is important that it booms.
The first session is also me finding my rhythm. So yeah, we're
We're working together. So
Okay, so I'm rolling tinker. My position here would be risky.
No, you're controlled. It's back at base. You're making it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
so
Um,
if it doesn't work, you can roll a risky one, right?
Yeah.
And then my effect is it that I'm starting out limited and bumped up to standard by my tools?
You're starting out at standard, because they're a higher tier than you. So Yeah, standard. Standard's good.
We'll say standard. Cool. I'll push myself. I just like Krug stays up late the nights before, and it's like this long process, and I have to.
Yeah,
I'm
you're like
tables.
at the lair or whatever, like doing the tinkering, and we come in the morning after, and you're still there, like touching wires to stuff, and
And I'm imagining the scene where I'm trying to like delicately place the thing, and then you guys like come through the door, and I'm just like
yeah,
almost kill everyone.
yeah, like kick the door open, like hey.
And sorry, cut you off.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I mean, 3.
It's a 1, 2, and 3 are bad.
Yeah, so let's introduce a complication.
Oh
I'm
good.
so glad I'm out of the room.
So you may not have mentioned this because I don't know, but there's still a part you need to like install first.
Yeah, they're not ready until I finish. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's something that you have to apply like on the scene because it would just be too volatile to transport. You tried to do it and you're just like I just can't.
There's no way to make
Can't
it
do
safe
this
to
right.
me.
So you need to open the boxes and like put
And
whatever
like
it is.
when you're blowing up, if I was just trying to kill everyone in the room, it would be no problem. But we're trying to tear down the freaking building, right? Like
Yeah, and not
it
die
needs
in the
to be
process.
Directed.
I love that that's the problem.
So yeah, we see basically we see Krug sitting there, and it's Krug's just like.
And I'm like, I didn't tell anyone about this.
So
Shit.
you're like slipping, and you just look to Cricket. You're like, oh, by the way, and you're like pulling something out of your pocket.
Yeah, there's like a copper cable, and it's like, yeah, there's something where I have to like plug it and like put it into the thing that we're blowing up so that it will like.
I'm giving you a look that is literally like.
And I have this like leather satchel, this like doctor's bag or whatever, and it's got like a hand drill, and so like the before we cut is me pulling out this hand drill, and I'm like,
yeah, and that's gonna be break right there. Okay, we'll be back in a couple of minutes to see what the fuck everybody does in this situation. It's gonna be real. All right, see you in a couple minutes, everybody.
Yep.